Hi everyone, Vicky here. Today I'm going to take you through some of the best yoga poses I find to calm down when I'm feeling stressed. We're going to start with alternate nostril breathing. So starting with your right hand, placing your left hand on your knee, just bending the first two fingers, and we're going to be going for 3 seconds on the inhale, exhale for 3 seconds, but we start by fully exhaling the first time. A little tricky, you'll get it. So just starting with 3 seconds to start with. So fully exhale through your right nostril, then close off the right nostril, and inhale into your left nostril for 3. Close off that nostril and exhale out through your right nostril for 3 counts. Inhale for 3 counts. Close, pause, exhale fully, 3 counts. Inhale for 3. Close, exhale for 3. And you can continue to do this as you like. So you could start with 3, then go to 5, all the way up to 10. That's just such an awesome way to calm down and tap into both the left and the right hemisphere of your brain. Just allows your attention to come into your breath. Okay, we'll do a couple more rounds when you're ready. Close up the right and inhale left. Close off left, exhale fully for 3 counts right. Inhale fully for 3. Close that nostril, exhale left. Inhale for 3 counts. Pause, exhale right. Inhale. Pause, exhale left. Nice. Okay, now from here I'm going to be coming into child's pose. So you've got some options. You can have your knees together if you like and sink your hips back onto your heels. Or bring your knees nice and wide with your big toes to touch. And then start to melt your heart forward and bring your shoulders even a little bit wider today if you want to just sort of soften through your shoulders. Now if your knees are feeling ouchy at all, you can bring a blanket underneath your knees. And if you're feeling any strain in the neck, you can bring a blanket underneath your head as well and place it on the forehead. So when you're ready, just breathing into it, settling in, softening through your shoulders, and softening through your hips. We want to feel a nice deep opening into the hips and the lower back here. Very gentle, take 2 more breaths. Inhale, start to walk your hands over towards one side, doesn't matter which side, and then melt your body over that thigh. Soften through your shoulders and your face, take 3 breaths. Inhale, come back through center, and then just wander your body over the other thigh and moving up any props if you need. And take 3 breaths there, start to open up your shoulders Anchor down through the opposite hip a little bit. Breathing into your lower back and your hips. Inhale, come back through center. And we're going to be coming into wide-legged forward fold. Be very gentle with yourself. Bring your knees up towards, just hovering your knees off, and then start to bring your hips up towards the sky. Feet nice and wide. Feet can be parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. Most important thing is to keep your weight forward slightly. And then you can either come down onto the elbows, or if you've got a bolster, you can bring yourself onto your elbows on your bolster. It's just nice and restorative, nice and gentle. Ease yourself into it. Take a couple of breaths here. And if you've got a bolster, just moving it forward for a few moments. We're going to be coming into a gentle twist. So bringing one hand to the center, roughly, twist open. You should feel a nice stretch through the chest, the shoulders, and the upper back. Inhale, exhale, other side. Couple more, exhale. Inhale, you can either inhale to twist or exhale to twist, it's up to you. Slightly different sensation. Nice, now we're going to come down even deeper into your forward fold. So either coming onto the elbows on a bolster here, or coming straight onto the earth, up to you. And start to bring your weight forward. Bringing your hips slightly forward. And just relaxing up through your neck. Letting gravity do the work. Taking 2 more breaths here. Awesome. And then coming on up. Coming on down. We're going to bring one foot in front. And you're going to be working on your hip flexors and the front of your thigh here. So you can either have the back foot tucked, the toes tucked under, or just letting it, the top of the foot flat, up to you. And then either rising on up, or coming forward, it's your choice, your practice. If you're coming forward, just work that front foot out a little bit, and then hug the knee in towards the shoulder a little bit. Personally, I like to come up a little bit higher just because I feel a deeper opening into the front thigh. And then breathe. It can be a bit of a tight spot for some of us, so soften the gaze and soften the shoulders. Taking 2 more breaths here. Now a little option to come into a little bit more of a hip opening. You can let the knife edge of the foot slide up to away from you. And again, if you want to, you can come on down onto the elbows. And I like to bring the back toes up towards my glutes and swing my arm around and catch the foot. If you have a blanket, you can actually use that and wrap it around the foot if you need a little bit of assistance there. Now if you feel any pain in the back knee at all, just maybe back off and either not do this one or just make sure that you're rolling forward of the kneecap. Okay, that can be really helpful for some people with sensitive knees. Once you've caught that, if you've got that, don't worry if you haven't. And there's no competition, so If you're not catching the foot, stay here and breathe. If you're catching the foot today, you can just start to open up through the top shoulder. And wherever you're at, just continue to breathe. 5 more counts. Nice. Now, slowly, gently release the back foot if you caught the leg. And if you're down here, come on up. And then all you're going to do is bring that knee back and swap it over to the other side. So bring the other foot forward. Choosing your options, so remember you've got an option to come up, either tuck the back toes or just having foot flat. You should feel an opening, so wherever you're at, you want to feel a nice opening into the front of the thigh and the hip flexor. And if you want to come down, either just coming onto the wrist, working that foot out a little bit. You can come onto the elbows if you wish. Or if you want to join me in for a little flying away action, you can roll over onto the knife edge of that foot. Spiral out the thigh a little bit. And then just be very gentle with your back knee. And maybe catching the back foot with your hand, opening up through the top shoulder. Again, if you've got a strap or something you can hold on to, that can help as well. And taking 5 more breaths wherever you're at. Making sure the exhales are a little longer than your inhales. So make sure you're feeling good and you can still breathe steady. Alrighty, when you're ready, bring that foot down. I'm going to be coming into a little back bend, and it's going to continue to work the front of your thighs and your hip flexors. So if you've got a bolster, this is can be very intense for a lot of people. Even sitting like this for some people is quite intense. So you should be feeling the tops of your quads stretching quite intensely. Otherwise, you can extend one leg forward, and the knee can either be out to the side or in, depending on what feels good, so play around with it. I like it this way, but everyone's different. And then bolster behind your lower back here. If you're feeling a deep stretch in the quad and it's screaming at you, just stay here or come out of it. Otherwise, you can start to lengthen your spine over the bolster, maybe bringing the arms overhead. You're getting a little arch in the lower back. It's pretty intense, but it feels good, and it's really good for your lower back, especially when you're rounded all day. Like if you sit a lot or you're at the computer, we generally don't stretch our lower back. We don't compress our lower back in this way that often. So a little bit of compression, healthy for the spine, but if you feel any pain at all in the lower back, do back off. Listen in and tune into your body. Really nice. When you're ready, come onto the elbows, tuck the chin in slightly and come on up. And send that leg back. If you need to take a twist, in between, you can either take a twist in between, you can bring the knees up and just windshield wiper those legs. Just going to help to release off through anything, but ideally you shouldn't have to release off through any pressure because not too much has been built up. Okay, so when you're ready, come into the other side. Option to sit on the foot directly or have the buttocks next to the foot. Options for everyone, knee can come out wide or stay in. And then choose what feels good for your body. You want to make sure you're getting a nice deep opening into the front of the thigh. Shouldn't be any pressure in your knee at all. And then just come into your breath. When you're ready, coming onto the elbows, tuck that chin in and roll on up gently. This time we're going to be coming into the full position, but if that was already intense, stay there or take a twist. So here I'm going to have knees together and my feet beside my hips, but again you can sit on your hips here. And then start to arch up through the back and maybe bringing the arms overhead for a full body stretch. It's quite a deep back bend, and back bends can often be stimulating, but they can also be very nourishing for the spine. Sometimes reversing the perspective is great for us. Taking 3 more breaths here. When you're ready, coming to the elbows first and then the hands. Really nice. Okay, so from here, be very gentle with your knees again. Bring one leg forward and the other leg forward. We're going to be coming into a forward fold now, which is one of the best things you can do to calm down. So I like to use the bolster for this one, it's really nice. But if you don't want to use the bolster, you can go ahead and do your thing, okay? So I like to use a bolster just because it's something that I can hug and it's nice and warm and cozy. We've got 2 options here. If you want to work more into your hamstrings, come with a straight back, okay, so hinging from the hips and folding forward. Now you may need to remove your bolster if you're doing that one. Otherwise, if you're wanting to get a little bit more into the spine, we've just done a back bend, so yeah, if you need to take a twist out before this, do that as well. But for me, I like to just come in very gently and kind of cradle the bolster. And I'm not feeling too much stretch in my hamstrings, like I'm feeling a bit, but I'm not really tight on it, they're not shaking or anything, it's very, very gentle. And feeling a little bit of the stretch in the lower back, a little bit of rounding is okay. Taking 2 more breaths. And then just letting your head turn to the other side. If you had your head turned, if you had your forehead down, taking 2 more breaths there. Releasing off through the bolster, and we're going to be rolling down onto your backs. So when you're ready, gently draw the belly in as you come on down, and then we're going to release off through your lower back and come into a nice twist to finish off. So hugging your knees in towards the center, exhale, draw them out, inhale, draw them in. Nice little circles. direction when you're ready. One more. Nice. Now bringing your feet about hip width apart or a little wider. Mine is about as wide as my mat. Just let your knees come in towards each other for a moment. It's a great way to neutralize through the lower back. And then have your bolster handy. You're going to reach through one leg. Send your hips a little bit over the other way if you need to. And then placing the foot either above the knee or below the knee. Going to bring that knee across the body here. Now it may not reach the floor and that's totally fine. You can either bring a bolster underneath it if you want it to feel a bit more restorative, or just finding what feels good in your body and then just start to send your eye line the other direction if that feels okay for your neck. You may wish to release the bolster at any point to get a bit more of a stretch into your lower back here. Every exhale is an opportunity to soften and let go of any tension, emotional, physical. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale, come back to center with that knee. And you're just going to swap it over to the other side. So reach up through the other leg. Placing the foot just above or below the knee. Have your bolster handy if you need it to place under the knee as you bring that knee across the body. Either looking up or letting your head turn the opposite direction. And again, just coming into your breath, notice where the breath is going. Send it down into the lower back. And send some softness and warmth there. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale, draw that knee back in towards the center. And we're preparing for our Savasana, which is probably the most important pose today. Okay. So bringing the feet out as wide as you like. Arms out by your sides, palms face up. And then just closing your eyes. Bring your awareness to your big toes, your pinky toe, your second toe, your third toe. Now bring your awareness to your feet, the arches of your feet, the tops of your feet, the ankles, and soften through your feet, your toes, and your ankles. Bring awareness to your knees, your shins, your thighs, your buttocks, the tops of your hips, the backs of your thighs, and soften your legs completely. Bring your attention to your fingertips, your elbows, your shoulders, your arms. Send softness and light into your arms. Let them settle down and soften. Bring your attention to your chest, your stomach, your upper back, your lower back. Send warmth, love and light to these areas as you accept yourself to let go of any tightness here. Bring your attention to your neck, your jaw, your neck and your jaw soft. Now your face, your lips, your nose, your brain resting, completely resting. The air effortlessly coming in and out of your nose as you drift off into stillness. Take your time. Let go. Breath now. Thank you so much for letting me help you today, and I hope this helps you calm down and feel less stress throughout your day and your life. If you've got any requests or anything, please do let me know. Thank you so much for joining me again. My name's Vicky. Namaste.